I'm a promoter, I can, whatever boxer going through, mentally, physically, what fighters go through once they get to the highs, when they make a lot of money, when they get to lows, when they don't have a lot of money. I've been through it all. So my understanding is way different from someone who's, 60, 70 years old and more out of date and really don't know what the fighters go through and don't even know what, today's young people is going through, period.
Word. So about this fight in particular, there's been so much talk about who's going to win. I'm bored with it. I'm bored with trying to predict who's going to win the fight. I don't want to hear no more about it. I don't want to hear anything about it unless I'm talking to one of y'all. Now, I've heard that if you're going to win this fight, it's because you are going to pound Terrence Crawford into submission with relentless pressure and the angles that you can create, the jab, smothering him. Is that the way you see yourself winning the fight? Or are you going to take Terrence Crawford to Pound Town?
I think it's going to be a number of ways I'm going to beat him. I think, pressure definitely. Boxing, definitely beating him. Just fundamentals, using my jab. But the key is to me is just focused 100%. Not having any lags in the fight, because I feel like you look at the greats like Floyd Mayweather, a lot of these guys, they always was focused on their opponent. Doesn't matter. The guys who lose focus, even for a split second, that can cost you. That cost you in the fight. So for me, it's just stay focused, listen to my coach's game plan, and basically just breaking them down mentally, physically, and winning the fight and dominating fashion.
So that's true. You're going to take him to Pound Town is what you're trying to say. It's okay to say it, Errol. Talk your shit.
Oh, I'm punishing. Yes. I'm going to straight punishing. Everybody seeing the way I fight and see what I do. So they know, like, if he can't hold up physically and mentally to how I fight, it's going to be an ugly night for him. It's going to be an ugly night for him regardless. Even if he can't hold up, it's going to be an ugly night for him regardless.
Yeah, I watch you fight. I've seen every round you've ever fought, should I say. And it's times in the fight where I go, man, Errol is enjoying this. Like, you come across like a nice guy, but I gotta be real, bro. You really like beating niggas up, bro. You like punching the shit out of people. When did that happen in your life that you realized being in there and competing somebody and taking something from them is something that you enjoy?
It probably happened when I used to spar before I even fought, and I just got the enjoyment. That sounds kind of sadistic, but
nah, I know you like it. Go ahead, yeah.
I just got to kind of enjoyment. Just, putting somebody, beat somebody, breaking somebody's wheel. I get enjoyment of breaking somebody's wheel. Like when you break another man's wheel, especially a grown man, you break his wheel. That says a lot. Another grown man, you breaking his wheel with your bare hand. I mean, not with your bare hands, but with your gloves, you breaking his wheel, which that says a lot. And that means like you basically conquered that man. You basically destroyed that man. You just broke his wheel. And I know his family, his friends, and everybody watching. So, and he's not trying to get, his wheel broken in front of everybody. And you just broke him.
You ever think about when you boxing in there, you breaking the man's will, you taking his will that, his girl is watching. And you know what I mean? Like his girl, because they always do this thing when they fighting, right? They cut to the wives.
Yeah.
And every time they do that, bro, it breaks my heart because these women are down there going through it. You ever think, like, I'm about to take this man's will, his girl is watching, and who knows, she might be in my DMs after the fight, the way I didn't beat this man in front of everybody on pay-per-view.
Nah, hell nah, cause he's trying to do the same to me. So I want them to cut and show his parents and show his girl. Hey, look, I want them to show my girl, and my girl is about to pull her out, and my mom freaking out too. So I'm trying to have the opposite, and I'm trying to break him. So I'd rather his family cry than my family.
Exactly. I'll be honest with you, Errol. I thought y'all was gonna fumble this, bro. I was starting to lose faith in y'all, bro. Y'all was getting on my nerves, bro. I was like, yo, it's a bunch of fights every week. It'll just be a different random fighter. Y'all, some people it'll be like Terrence Crawford versus Harvestesian or something like that, and I'll be like, bro, what's going on, man? What took so long to get the fight made for all the fight fans out there? Why did it take so long?
Just business and negotiations. Now in today's time, it's more boxers, athletes in general, it's just more, business savvy. We have control of our career. So, it's a lot of different demands. Some demands, unrealistic and, far right, but you try to come to a conclusion and make the fight happen. So it just took a long time, just getting all the kinks and getting all the wrinkles out of it. But, we finally got to this point. But, the ball almost fumbled probably about 30, 40 times before we got to the finish line.
Got to the finish line. That's good. I want to ask you something, and it's just about boxing in general. I remember back in the day, I had a Mexican friend, and he still is a good friend of mine. And I went to watch the fight with his family, and it was Oscar De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins. And I get inside of the house, and I'm watching the fight with his family, and I realize very quickly that I'm outnumbered because I'm looking for B-Hop to go to work. That's what I'm looking for. And the whole family, obviously, I didn't think about this, is rooting for Oscar De La Hoya. So, B-Hop stops him with the body shot, and I'm like, oh, that's what the, and I look, and everybody's looking at me. I'm like, yo, man, I might need to calm down a little bit. Are y'all cognizant of that when you guys are boxing, in terms of the fact that boxing is a heavily racial, ethnic, pride driving thing? Like, have you ever been in the ring and been like, man, I can't lose to this white boy? Like, have you ever?
Yeah, for sure. That's how it is. It's like, it's really like, that's something that everybody think about, like, especially if you black, like losing to, to a white guy. Like, that's like taboo in the black community to, lose a fight to, to a white guy, Might be, sad to say, but it is. That's just what it is. That's how we grew up. But yeah, I am cognizant of how just racially divided it is. Like, you got countries, like, this guy might be Argentina, all the Argentinians going for him. This guy Mexican, all the Mexicans going for him. And it's kind of sad because, like, with the blacks, it's not like that. It's like, it be black versus a Mexican, and they're going to go for, some blacks are going to go for the Mexican. And it's just divide. But, when it's, Mexicans or white or Russians or guy from UK, they people going, they guys going for their guys. But with us, it's more, of an argument. And just because you're black don't mean I gotta pick him. Yeah, you don't, but you know what I'm saying, you would like to see that. But.
Right. Yeah. Bro, I be boxing, bro. I be in there, man.
Oh yeah, training or you be sparring and stuff?
Yeah, I spar. I spar. I like, and it was interesting how you just did that, because when I said I box, you think, I'm hitting the pads, and you like, he don't really get in the ring, bro. I get in the ring, I get my bell rung a little bit. I go up against people, and it's lonely, dog. I'm confiding in you right now, because if I'm on the basketball court and I got somebody in front of me and I can't get a bucket, I can pass it. I can set a screen. But when you in that ring and somebody just whooping your motherfucking ass, it's not much you could do, bro.
And nobody can say you, but yourself taking a knee, quitting, your coach throwing in the towel, or the referee stopping the fight. There's only 3 people they can say in the fight.
Is when you are to that point where you're in a fight